Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I just thought I'd take some time out to discuss I don't know if it's random, it's quite old news I guess, of this recording. I just thought I'd just throw my ring into the hat and give you my 2 cents on this, which is, without further ado, the announcement. It was done a while ago, so it is quite old news, but the announcement of Alex Kingston coming back as River Song. Now, what do I think of River Song's character? She's had her ups and downs. She's very hit and miss for me personally. I know there's quite a few people out there who are probably like, oh my god, yes, oh yes, this is amazing news, or whatever, that River's back sort of thing. And I know that there's a lot of other people who are like hitting the wall like, why is she back, you know, and that sort of thing. I think the one thing that we can hopefully all agree on, no matter if you hate her, you like her, you think she's okay and hit and miss like myself, I would like to think we all can agree on the fact that with Capaldi's Peter Capaldi's new 12th incarnation, he will sort of give River a different sort of, well, a different incarnation to work with, quite literally, and the dynamic between the two of them will be much different. You know, and I think it'll make her character hopefully more rich, more interesting, and hopefully more outside the norm of her bitchy, sort of whiny, crappy self, if that makes sense. Now, don't get me wrong, I liked her in, say, for example, I'm just looking over there because my episodes are over there. Series 4, fantastic, fine. I really liked her there because there was mystery and we didn't know who she was quite yet, and that sort of thing. You know, there was that mystery of not knowing who she was, but, you know, now we know who she is. It felt way too overcomplicated, her character, and overall, I think just the character of River Song has just suffered because of that. You know, and I think Series 5, she was fine in that. I really liked her with Matt Smith, and, you know, but I think, yeah, she got even more flirty and stuff. At least 10 didn't kind of like her that much, and stuff. It's apparently, maybe, I've heard rumours that it might be sort of linking in with the idea of how the 10th Doctor saw her with a Sonic, or his Sonic in the future, sort of thing, you know, and I think that's just Moffat all over. You know, he's got these sort of ideas that can span for so long, which is all well and good, but if you can't execute it, what is the point, you know? If you can't execute it efficiently, then what's the point, you know, sort of thing. But then you could argue, oh, well, in his head, maybe he thinks he can execute it efficiently, but then when it is on screen and how the fans react, then that's when he's realised what his mistake has been. And that, which is, yeah, I can see what people mean by that, but it's still kind of annoying. What else? Yeah, apparently she's also going to be in Doom Coalition, or Collateration, one of those box sets. And if you're not aware, that's a Big Finish thing with Paul McGann. Now, the weirdest thing that weirds me out about that is the fact that, you know, in a Stephen Moffat script, you know, where we first see her, she even says, you know, the 10th Doctor is the youngest version she's seen, so hopefully that might get explained. It probably won't, and then I'll probably just get annoyed. Not that I've pre-ordered that box set anyway, but, you know, it just annoyed me anyway. I think the last episode she was in was Name of the Doctor. I felt like she was not really needed in that one, except to just say that the name of the Doctor without the Doctor having to say it and so on. So she was just used as a plot device there, you know, and that, much like Clara was in most of that episode. But yeah, apparently it's going to be the Christmas special is going to be in a futuristic Christmas type thing, which is quite interesting in and amongst itself, because I think it's about time we got some different location other than just Victorian London Christmas, because to be honest, personally, I'm quite frankly sick of that sort of setting. I like it, but it's a bit overkill all the time going back to that sort of period, just because it's a Christmas special, and that's what people think of when thinking the past and Christmas, you know. So it should be quite interesting in that sense. I do hope her character kind of gets pushed out of her comfort zone, because I can imagine the reason why her character was a lot more, or was flirty with 11 and 10 at times, with 10 and more so with 11, was because they were young on the outside, and because they kind of just let it happen, you know. They weren't sort of like, you know, no nonsense, you know, no hanky-panky crap, you know, and Capaldi is definitely like that, you know, and I think hopefully he will defend the classic Who fans and the sort of just hardcore fan base and be all like, you know what, River, just calm the fuck down, sort of thing. You know, just cool your jets. Yeah, I like you, but, you know, there's a time and a place for that. Not now, sort of thing. And that. Hopefully that will hopefully be his sort of attitude. I would hate it if he's just like 11 and sort of likes the fact that she's all flirty with him all the time, because that would really be out of character, in my opinion. I think that would be really out of character for the 12th Doctor, considering that loads of people have been bitching and moaning that the 12th Doctor shouldn't be, you know, on this tank and playing the guitar and doing all that in, you know, the Magician's Apprentice, because it shows that he's happy and he's supposed to be this mega dark Doctor all the time, even though, you know, if you have just one emotion then it's kind of boring. But anyway, yeah, Alex Kingston, she's a good actress in other stuff. I just think her character hasn't been written the best, and she's just overcomplicated and over the top, overcomplicated and convoluted for the sake of it as well, you know. Like, I just feel like Moffat just wanted to do that to just show people that maybe he could do it, which is ironic because I feel like it failed so hard in his face, and that whether or not he accepts that or feels like that, I don't know, because I've never met Moffat, and that, but then you could argue at least he's attempted it, and it's failed for some people, but it's been really successful for others. I don't know. I mean, again, it's all just personal preference. You know, some people really do like River's character, which I was one of those people, but that was because there was mystery, and then we got loads of answers, and they were really complicated and convoluted, and so you don't really even know the answers anyway, sort of thing, or that's what it felt like anyway with Series 6. You know, and I just, if it's a one-off, fine. If she's in Series 10 a lot, then I'll kind of not like her character, or sort of, but then again, it depends on how she's going to interact with 12 and how she's going to go about being part of the narrative, and and being part of sort of 12's sort of journey to wherever he's going, maybe search for Gallifrey sort of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to randomly tip my ring in the hat of sorts, because I do feel like quite a few other people voiced up what they thought about this news, and yeah, okay, it's quite old news because we got it quite a while back. Oddly enough, leading up to Series 9, but then again, that might have been because they'd sort of actually started shooting some of the Christmas special of the sort of lead up to Series 9. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.